Hello, beautiful people. I am so glad you're here to talk with me and learn with me about the top essential oils. And I'm really hoping that the time together will give you some insight and clarity on how these top essential oils will be able to help you and be wonderful resources for you in your life. So, take some time, quiet yourself from any distractions. This is a video, so you can stop and you can rewind and go back and look at things and pause things and be able to, I don't know, take notes or whatever else you'd like to do. So, do that. Turn things off and just pay attention here. Pause this when you get a moment. Ask yourself these questions. Do any of these questions apply to you? Are you answering yes to any of these? If that's true, then you're in the right place. A lot of times, though, we don't feel like there's any hope. We've tried so many things and everybody's got an answer. Buy this, buy that, try this, try that, right? At least that's how I felt for a long time. And you run out of hope because you do try the things and nothing seems to work. I'm telling you, you are in the right place. I'm glad you're here. I know you're going to leave feeling educated and empowered. And I would tell you that, there are a lot of things out there to try and to use. And essential oils is not the only thing that I use to help me be healthy. But it is something I come back to again and again because it doesn't just help me physically, it helps me emotionally and mentally as well. And a lot of other things out there on the market don't. So I love my oils and I am so happy that you're here to be able to learn about them with me. So in the description of this video, there is a link to get the top 13 PDF sent to you. And I would very much love to be that person who is able to share that with you. So go ahead and read that description either now or after you're done and click on that link and you'll need to give me your email and I will send that directly to you and you can have that PDF telling you all the details about all the oils. Yeah. So who am I? Why should you listen to me? Well, I am a teacher. I love to take things and break them down into simple, bite-sized parts so that people can ingest them more easily and take them and use them more easily because it gets too overwhelming if you get too much information all at once. Matter of fact, if you're listening to this, watching this video, and this is something that ends up being too overwhelming for you, stop the video and come back to it tomorrow. Just pause it and come back. It's okay. These are some of my students on the top right. I'm laughing because they are all little kids here, and I know that some of them are in college already. I've been a teacher for a long time. I love teaching. These are my own 4 grown children on the bottom right, my wonderful husband of 38 years on the bottom there, and just me. So that's me. I'm Donna. My health journey began when I was 9 years old, actually. When I was born with a congenital heart defect. They didn't discover it till I was 9. When they did the surgery to correct it, they gave me a blood transfusion and I ended up with some issues because of it that have been lifelong. I was not diagnosed with some things until I was in my 30s, but I've had a lot of health issues because of some of the things that have gone on with me. Life happened. Married my best friend, had a set of twins. We were on the 5-year plan, got the 1.5-year plan with twins, had 4 kids in 4 years. I joke that my hair used to be straight. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair's kind of curly. No, my hair's always been curly. But I joke that it used to be straight and having all the kids curled my hair. But at any rate, my little monkeys, I love them to pieces. They're all grown up now, but life happened and you got to deal with what comes your way, And I realized I'm not what happened to me. I'm what I choose to become. I love these pictures because every single one of these pictures are something that working with doTERRA has enabled me to do. So whether it's been trips that I've earned or trips I've been able to choose to take, it's because I'm able to share with other people that I've done well enough. And so I'm just so grateful that I've gone all around the world and really grateful for the opportunity I have to be able to share with you tonight. What will you learn today? What are essential oils? How do they work? How do you use them? What are my top 13 oils? 9 ways to incorporate oils into your daily life. 1 simple foundation that is absolutely my foundation for daily health. Which oils not to use. Didn't think I was going to talk about that, did you? And then how to be sure that your oils are 100% pure, therapeutic, and safe. I am not a doctor. I am not dispensing medical advice. If you have any kind of medical need, I am not the one that you should go to. There are really good doctors out there. Find one. Talk to that really good doctor, especially if you're talking about a prescription. I am not for a minute telling you to stop any prescription or start a prescription or change a prescription. That is not anything I'm going to touch. That is something to have, that's a conversation to have with a physician. So go ahead and do that. Essential oils don't cure cancer. They don't treat diseases either. Wait, I thought that's why we're listening, is to learn how to use these oils to treat diseases. No, 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 no. Your lifestyle choices help to prevent disease. Doctors treat symptoms. Doctors fix broken parts. But it's your body that actually cures your own diseases. Our job, and what I want to help you to do, is to find out ways to support our bodies in doing just that. Our bodies want to heal. They really do. How can we support them to take the steps necessary for our bodies to correct themselves? They're amazing what we've been given. Essentials will support the immune system, support the ability to detoxify, improve energy, and, believe it or not, help to balance your emotions. How does that work? Well, let me tell you. What are they? They're natural compounds extracted from plants. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. They protect the plant and keep it healthy, and we get to benefit from those attributes that are naturally in the oil. That's a picture of peppermint leaves on the right and magnified peppermint leaves on the, peppermint leaves on the left. I know my right and left. And magnified peppermint leaves on the right. Those little blobby things, those white blobbies, that is the peppermint sac that actually contains the essential oil. So when we rub on a peppermint leaf, our thumb or our finger is going to smell minty because we just broke open some of those sacs. Now tell me, why is peppermint going to be 50 to 70 times, peppermint essential oil, going to be 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs? Because there's no plant matter. Look at that picture on the right there and all the plant matter that there is. And inside those little blobbies is where, that's the technical name for it, by the way, blobby. Inside those little blobby things, those little sacs, that's where the essential oil is. Compare that essential oil to all of the rest of the herb there, all of the rest of the plant material. And then you got to figure, when you take those peppermint leaves and you dry them out to make peppermint tea, well, a lot of the essential oil would have been disseminated by then. It would have been gone. And so when you can actually distill the peppermint leaf and get the essential oil out of it, you're going to have a whole lot more of the potent stuff that's going to work really, really well for you. And you only need a drop at a time. So how do they work? They work at the cellular level. Essential oils are able to go through the cell membrane and help to support the cell on the inside, from the inside out, to function better. And so the natural parts that are in the essential oil, the natural attributes that we mentioned earlier, those actually can help your cells to be healthier. How do they work inside the body? Well, I want to point out over on the right, I wonder if there we go, this olfactory bulb. There are olfactory receptors in this part of your nasal passages, and they go to that bulb, which goes through the olfactory nerve and up and over and into the limbic area of your brain. And that is where we actually have our hypothalamus and our amygdala, other parts of the brain that actually can help balance our emotions and things like that. Bring balance to our brain functions, bring balance to our bodies. Our bodies want balance. Technically, it's called homeostasis, right? That middle point where everything's okay. That is the way that our bodies want to be, and so these essential oils can actually be used in that process. I love this picture because it makes me think of my grandma. My grandma's house was the one place in the whole wide world where I knew life was okay and I was loved. She had a rosemary plant outside of her front door, and she was Italian, and so she cooked with rosemary all the time. I smell rosemary and I am just the happiest person on the planet because to me, I'm back at grandma's house, smelling all the rosemary and feeling good. That's how the aromas can work. Aromas can work in our brain. They connect, they trigger all kinds of emotions, and they can connect with other emotions and make us just feel good inside. And it's just a really sweet thing. All right, how do you use them? 3 ways to use them. First way, aromatically, what I was just talking about. Up through the nose, in through those the olfactory receptors, olfactory nerve inside. They bring balance to the brain. How would you use an essential oil aromatically? Hold on a minute. What have we got? Ooh, I'll choose Air X. Love this one. This is the breathing blend. It's a really wonderful blend. You take and you put an essential oil drop on your hands, rub them together. I just made myself my own diffuser. You can use a diffuser. Those are wonderful. doTERRA sells several really, really good ones. But if you don't have a diffuser, you can be your own diffuser with your hands. There's also jewelry you can wear, all kinds of ways that you can do that. You can even, like a friend of mine, when he was working out, would put a drop of peppermint or a drop of the blend called Breathe on his sweaty workout shirt, and then he would smell it as he sweat, and as he was working out, he would smell it, and it would help him to be able to breathe more easily as he was working out. So aromatically is a wonderful way to be able to put that up there, to be able to help anything emotional, anything with alertness or falling asleep, to help with balancing your breathing or supporting any of that. So great way to help use the oils. Topically, put it where it hurts. That's the way that we talk about it. Wherever it is an issue, you can put an essential oil on topically. There are many essential oils that are very, very safe to just apply directly. There are a few of them you don't ever want to apply directly. Oregano and cinnamon are the 2 that come to mind. I think clove might be one as well. Always dilute those because they will let you know that they're there. What do you do if you ever put an essential oil on a place on your body and then you don't want it there after all? Take an oil, not soap and water, any kind of oil. You can use cooking oil, you can use olive oil, you can use fractionated coconut oil. If you're out at a restaurant and you get peppermint in your eye, like a friend of mine did, she had butter right there on the table. And so she took a little bit of butter on a Kleenex and wiped her eye with it. Took off her eye makeup, but it took the peppermint out of her eye as well. So you don't want to have to be in a position where you can't get to things. So any kind of oil would be great. Topically, if you don't like the smell of an essential oil, but you still want to be able to use it, put it on the bottoms of your feet. And then you can put your shoes and socks on. You won't have to smell it, and it'll still do you a world of good. The last way is internally. Now, I do say doTERRA only. Why? Can you see this picture of the bottle here right in the middle of the frame? Supplement facts. That's what's called a GRAS label. Generally recognized as safe. That's the same type of a label that you'll find on many of the over-the-counter things that you can buy at the grocery store or at the pharmacy. Generally recognized as safe. In the same sense that you wouldn't go and take a bottle of pain reliever or something, you wouldn't eat the whole thing at once. That's not a good idea. Please don't do that, right? You also wouldn't take an entire bottle of an essential oil internally. That's not what you would do. But 1 drop in several ounces of water, and you should be just fine. doTERRA's only. Why do I say doTERRA only? Because I drank the Kool-Aid? No. doTERRA's only because it is the only one that I know for a fact has never had adulterated synthetics mixed in with the oils. All the other brands that I've ever come in contact with, and I've tried many, many oils and been familiar with many different brands. I do speak English. Many different brands. Every single one of them has been independently third-party tested and had adulterated synthetics in their oils. And so that's not what you want to have internally. doTERRA has never had that. All of our oils have always been tested, independent third-party and otherwise, always come back 100% pure. So that's the only way. Now, not all of our oils have that supplement facts bottle. I had AirX out briefly. Oh, it does have supplement facts. My bad. I'll grab you a balance. I know this one does not. This one just side. I don't know if you can see that. That's doTERRA's balance. And then right there, it just says ingredients. Can you see that? It does not have that supplement facts label. So that means this is not intended to be taken internally, but the ones that have the supplement labels are. There you go. All right. And here is a so fancy. It's a chart that tells you how much you can take internally. Internal, oral, dermal. What is oral? That means under your tongue. Internal means actually swallowing it. And then dermal is on your skin. So, and there are no limits to aromatic. And by the way, this is compound. So if you take 2 to 4 drops internally at a time and orally and dermally, it's still okay. It's all compounded together. All right, top 13 oils. Let's go through them one at a time. OnGuard. One of my favorites. This is called the Protective Blend. I want to point out to you, there's a whole bunch of different products. One of them is called the soft gels. I was a teacher in the classroom for many, many years. Once OnGuard soft gels were part of my life, I did not miss a single day of school due to me not feeling well. These things work. They are known in third-party tests to be able to kill bacteria on contact, and they also, because they penetrate the cell, they are able to go where a virus lives, which is inside the cell. Do you know what the difference is between a virus and a bacteria? This is the cell. This is the bacteria. It eats the cell from the outside, attacks it from the outside. This is the cell on the inside. That's the virus. It goes on the inside and it takes over the cell like a little hijacker, a little terrorists, right? Well, because OnGuard and the other oils can actually penetrate the cells and penetrate the cell wall, it can actually prevent the virus from replicating. Does it kill viruses? No. Does it prevent it from replicating? Yeah, it's actually really cool. And there's third-party stuff. There's a place called .gov. So I'll show you at the end. I've got a bunch of things. There's a whole bunch of websites that you can go to, and they have independent third-party essential oil tests, scientific tests run on them. So this is amazing. Oregano, one of the hot ones, a hot oil. This is wonderful to be able to have on hand when you're ever feeling under the weather. You will want this in your life if you're feeling under the weather. Lemon, exceedingly cleansing. I actually take and put a drop of this in my water. You're always going to want to use stainless steel or glass. Do not ever put lemon or any of the citrus oils into a plastic container because they will eat the petrochemicals and you'll end up drinking plastic in your water and you don't want that. But glass and stainless steel, beautiful. And it's very gentle cleanse, helps with all of the insides to be cleansed. Tea tree is wonderful for any kind of skin issue. It's something that they also use in first aid kits in Australia and New Zealand, where the tea tree tree, where it grows. So, yeah. Frankincense. This is the father of all essential oils. It has so many extra active ingredients in it. They basically say, when in doubt, get frank out. There are so many independent studies done on frankincense showing how good it is for cellular support and cellular health. Just a really wonderful, wonderful oil to have on hand. Peppermint. I talked about it briefly when we talked about the peppermint leaves, and it's very potent. You really only need a drop at a time, but it's good for so many things, digestive and respiratory, focus, helping if you've got issues with pain or other things. Really wonderful oil to have around. Digest Zen. This is one of my personal favorites because I have had digestive issues since I was a young child. And so taking this and just putting it literally physically on my belly, it helps me to not be having issues anymore. And they also make it in a soft gel, so you can take it internally and be able to have internal support for your digestion that way. Lavender. When you think lavender, think calming. This is one of the most gentle essential oils out there. A lot of people use it to be able to sleep, but I'll tell you what, each of us is different. Lavender does not help me sleep. It helps probably 95 out of 100 people to sleep. I must be one of the weirdos, right? Because it doesn't help me to sleep. but it's in another blend that I love called Serenity, and that actually helps me to sleep. So, but lavender for the vast majority of people, it really does help them sleep. It's very calming to the mind, helps you let go of whatever happened during the day and move on and go to sleep. So, great blend. Also, a natural antihistamine. So anytime you have any type of a reaction from something that's irritating you, lavender to the rescue. It's a wonderful thing. Deep Blue. Now there's a blend called Deep Blue. That's that little bottle on the left. And then there's all of the things on the right that we actually put that essential oil blend into. And it is wonderful for all things muscle and joint related. And all kinds of athletes love this oil. Also men. They call this the gateway oil for men because they often are not feeling well and they want to feel better. And this helps. Wild Orange, they call this sunshine in a bottle because it's a wonderful way to elevate your mood. Also very gentle for children to be a gentle digestive support. You can take that and rub it on little ones' bellies and it helps them to feel better pretty quickly. Balance is my favorite blend of all times, called the grounding blend. It helps you to just feel like you're steady and stable and going to be all right. Also, actually, physically helps you with balance. If you do yoga or anything else that requires balance, this can actually go in and help your brain to work better so that you're more balanced physically. It's just a really wonderful blend, all of the things that it can do. Copaiba, it is similar to CBD in how it works in the body. CBD is different in that it has both type, what is it called? The CBD oil works on the CB1 and CB2 receptors. This only works on the CB2 receptors, but those are the ones that are throughout the body and really help the body to be able to be healthier at the cellular level. So it's a wonderful thing. We've got it in the regular oil, in the roller bottle, and also in soft gels to take internally. Adaptiv. This was designed to help with stress and people feeling anxious. So it's wonderful for that. There are the soft gels that are actually capsules technically that are wonderful to support you. I know my daughter takes them whenever she's about to go to sleep to help her just chill out and sleep better. I know a lot of people that have worked with their doctors to help get off of some strong prescription stuff they were on, mood stuff, and that is a conversation again to have with the doctor, but this stuff is amazing and it supports the brain to work better and to feel better. Daily use. How do we use these beautiful things in our lives? Well, you want some immune support? Think flute. Frankincense, lemon, OnGuard, oregano, and tea tree. There are these things called veggie caps that they're just empty little capsules. You can take and put the essential oils that are able to be taken internally into a veggie cap and take them whenever you want a little immune boost. I take and put 2 of each of these into a little veggie cap whenever I'm feeling down and under. I always want to take them with food because otherwise you burp oregano and tea tree and it's not just the greatest thing in the world. But take it with food and you should be fine. And it really does get in and help your cells and everything to be healthier. Upset stomach and nausea, Digest Zen, of course, because that's a digestive blend, but also peppermint. They really help with helping to support your digestion to work better. Any kind of discomfort that you've got going on, Copaiba is wonderful. Of course, the Deep Blue, but also frankincense. Frankincense is a wonderful thing to help your cells to be able to feel better. Elevated temperature, lavender, peppermint, and frankincense. If you're like me, you're looking at the peppermint going, what? Peppermint's just a very naturally cooling oil. You put it on you and it helps to calm things down and cool things down. Frankincense is also wonderful for that as well. It goes in and helps things to regulate themselves more easily. Plus lavender. Lavender is just calming and it helps to calm all of that. Restful sleep, balance, lavender, and Adaptiv are wonderful for helping to support healthy sleep patterns. Fatigue, essential oils for fatigue. Yep. These 3 are wonderful to help give you a little boost and help make you feel like you can deal with whatever's coming your way. Detoxification, helping our liver and kidneys to work better. Wild orange and lemon are both citruses. Citruses are very, very cleansing just by nature. And so both of these are going to be excellent for that. Ear discomfort. All right, I'm just going to tell you, I took a drop of tea tree and a drop of lavender a couple weeks ago. Do not ever put an essential oil in your ear. Hear me now. Not in the ear, but around the ear, around the outside. It'll get absorbed in and go straight to the problem and help things to get better. I took the tea tree and the lavender. I put one drop on my finger and I put it around my ear. And when the issue was going away, I could tell right away that I was feeling better. Probably about 15 minutes later, it started to come back again. I did it again, and then it was gone. I did it a third time about an hour later, just for good measure. But the stuff is amazing. They go in and they actually help to deal with the problem at hand. Anxiety and stress, all the anxious feelings. Good night. How can you live in this world and not feel a little anxiety and stress? I think all of us deal with that, right? Lavender, Adaptiv, Wild Orange, and Balance help to just calm things down and help us to feel like we're okay, we can deal, everything's going to be all right, I can breathe now. It's wonderful, these oils, how they work in the brain to help us deal better with what's going on. All right, what's the easy button? I mentioned a foundation for healthy life, and that would be the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It is 3 supplements in one box that provide the foundation for your overall health. I'm going to take them one at a time. There is a whole lot of information on each one of these slides. I am not going to read the slides for you. You're perfectly capable of doing that yourself. You can stop the video and read the slides if you'd like to know more, but I'll just touch on each of them briefly. They're wonderful for a wide variety of things. I have been taking these for probably about 5 years now, and I am a much healthier, happier person because of them. I can function during the day, whereas before I was not functioning real well. The Microplex VMZ is our food nutrient complex. It has the equivalent of 12 servings of fruits and vegetables, and it's going to give you a wonderful basis for food and nutrition for your body because we're not getting them from our food every day. It's just not happening. If you had the best diet out there, you wouldn't get all the nutrition that you need. This will help. The omegas, what are omegas good for? Heart health, brain health, nervous system health. These are wonderful for actually, believe it or not, hormonal health because they help our hormones to be able to have the building blocks that they need to be able to be built right and all of that. Wonderful supplement, very, very clean. doTERRA has very clean sources for all of our ingredients, and so wonderful stuff. There's also a vegan version, so if any of this is not what you want to have because it comes from fish, then you can get the vegan version. That's actually the one that I use. And then alpha CRS is a wonderful antioxidant. If you look into what oxidation does to, well, it's rust on a car, it does similar things, breaks down our cells and their ability to function internally. And so this is a great way to help us be able to not have any the oxidation issues that we might have otherwise. All right, this is my favorite thing to start with. Why? Because it helps with so many things all at once. You've got 5 little essential oils on the right. You've got your deep blue rub. You've got your Lifelong Vitality Pack threesome in the middle. And then you've also got a wonderful digestive enzyme and a beautiful probiotic that is a great addition to all of our overall health. So I love the Healthy Habits Kit. If you already have a doTERRA wholesale account, the Daily Habits Kit is a great way to get all of these things at a lowered price. So not all oils are created equal. Believe it or not, the vast majority of essential oils out there, even if they say pure, even if they say natural, even if they say organic, they lie. There's no one looking over their shoulder and making sure that they're saying what they need to say on the bottle. You can put anything on a bottle and anything in a bottle and call it an essential oil in the US, in the world, and there's nobody looking over your shoulder to make sure that it's clean. Actually, I don't know about the world, but I know in the US that's true. So most of them out there are synthetic. There are some that are food grade. There are a few out there that are therapeutic grade. However, they're mostly adulterated. But doTERRA's are the only ones that are certified pure and tested grade. We test each and every batch of all of our essential oils. So these are just some fun, different blends and brands that you'll find out there. Every single one of these companies and many, many, many more out there, all of the ones I've ever come in contact with, have had independent third-party testing run on them, have had at least one of their essential oils come back adulterated with synthetics. Adulterated oils are not what your body needs. They're not what you need to be inhaling or putting on your body at all. So just to me, and this is just how I think, if I know that a company has had one oil come back adulterated, why is it only one? Can you trust them that the rest of them are clean? I love this one here, Buckaroo. I don't know why. That just made me smile, and I just had to include this picture because Buckaroo, yeah, there you go. Using an essential oil that contains contaminants can expose your body to germs, adulterants, heavy metals, depending on how they were distilled, and other toxins, which can irritate the body and overwhelm the immune system. You're trying to get healthy, right? Not make it worse. They're not all created equal. What can we say about doTERRA's oils? Verified pure. They're clean beyond organic. They're free of pesticides. Their plants are grown and sourced where they naturally grow, so I'm not forcing something to be grown in an area where it's not going to be a healthy plant to have the right chemical profile for what we want that's going to be healthy. Third-party testing to certify that's pure and potent. Every one of our batches has a number on the bottom, that 1805912A. There is a website you can go to, type that number in, and you can download the independent testing run on that batch of essential oils. So you can see and verify that every single one of your essential oils that you purchase through doTERRA is going to be 100% pure and verified by a PhD chemist whose full-time job it is to test essential oils, so they know what they're talking about. These are some of the tests that they run on all of them. Most people know about the gas chromatography, mass spectroscopy, but all of these other ones are ones that are tested for every single batch of our oils. Lots of things. What I was going to tell you, the .gov one, I remember now, pubmed.gov. That's a great website to go to. It's a third-party website. It's not a doTERRA-run website. Go there and read up on essential oils and how they work. Aromatic Science, also third-party website. You can go to the doTERRA Science blog. It's wonderful. There's also some really good books that you can purchase. I love the Essential Life book, and they also have an app. You can find that at oillife.com. Wonderful website there. Chemistry of Oils Made Simple by David Stewart is an excellent book as well. So if you're a sciencey person or a nerdy person, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Use these resources and learn. It's that simple. So the question remains, how do you start? If you don't have your own doTERRA account, how can you start? Well, you can go to doTERRA.com and you can pay $35. You don't have to work with me. It's okay. But you will pay $35 to be able to get your account set up. You can work with me and you can waive the $35 membership fee. I've got my essential oil, my website at the bottom where you can go. If you go to the classes link on my website, you'll be able to find what you want at the bottom of that page. You never have to sell anything. You never have to buy anything again. You can buy once and be done with it if that's what you want to do. No obligation, and you can get up to a potential of 55% off of the retail prices. And there's a way to talk about that, and I'll tell you about that another time. But it's really neat to be able to have that at your fingertips. Wholesale membership with doTERRA gives you, when you work with me, access to our weekly wellness consultations, online texting number for support, a 15-minute free wellness consultation, plus more if you need it, privileges for content on YouTube, online classes, a welcome package. I send really sweet welcome packages to people. Yep. This is my favorite way to start. It's got some wonderful, wonderful resources here. It's $195. I made a mistake on this one. I believe this one is $249. I don't know why I put, or $249, $279. I don't know why I left that price there. I was changing up the slide and I did not change the price. So I believe this one is $279. Sorry about that. But the Home Essentials Kit, 15 ml bottles except for the deep blue. This is the best way to get started if you want to start with a wonderful arsenal of essential oils. And then the Healthy Start Kit. If that other price is too much, this gives you a 5 ml bottle for $160 of all of the top 10, plus a 10-hour diffuser. That one is also a 12-hour diffuser. This one is 3 times the oil for not 3 times the price. This is a better deal. But some people's budgets only allow this one. There you go. How do you join us? Go to teachingoils.com/classes. Scroll to the bottom, all the way at the bottom, choose your kit. After you click on your kit, if there's something you want to add, feel free to add it. If there's something you want to take away and want to change up things, that's fine too. But once you add your personal information, I will get an email notification from doTERRA telling me about you. And if you don't hear from me in a couple of days, let me know by email, donna@teachingoils.com, and I will be sure to reach out. Sometimes it gets lost in the system, but usually it doesn't. I don't know why I said that. Sometimes you get lost in the system. Sometimes people log in and don't put me as the person, and then that's how they get lost in the system, because they didn't choose me. So make sure that it's me that you're signing up under if you want me to get the notification and be able to send you all the goodies. That's what I'm trying to say. I get there eventually. All right. Be sure to click on the link below in the description to get your PDF of all of this stuff. And that's the cheat sheet with all the details. And I just want to say thank you for joining me today. If you have questions, do reach out to me. I am here to help. That's what I love to do. I love to teach. I love to provide resources. I love to be there for people in any way that I can. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and grant you his peace. Thanks, guys.